Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the bronze medal match. Live from Charleston, West Virginia, it is the 2023 Men's NORCECA Continental Championship. These two teams, Cuba and the Dominican Republic, will play for bronze and a berth directly into the 2025 FIVB World Championship. Just introducing here the starters for Cuba in red on the far side. It will be the guys that we have gotten to know the last couple nights. Christian Thorndike gets the start at setter. Miguel Lopez, Marlon Yant at outside hitters. Jesus Herrera at opposite. Romy Alonso and Javier Concepcion in the middles. And Yonder Garcia at libero under new Cuban head coach Jesus Cruz Lopez.
Yeah, Cuba really bringing out the guys here. It wasn't even 24 hours since they've been on the court last, but they're out here to ball out once again.
And I'm a little surprised by that, Everett. I'm also surprised by this, the Dominican Republic starting lineup. We do see Henry Tapia.
All right,
let's go. Didn't see him yesterday against the United States in the semifinal. Tapia will start at outside hitter, and actually it'll be Hector Cruz and Wilfredo Hernandez at outside hitters.
I wonder if they chose to rest Tapia yesterday because they knew they would need him for today. They prioritized the bronze medal match over the semifinal match.
That's very possible. And Luther Rosario, Moises Ortiz in the middles for the Dominican Republic, Francisco Arredondo at setter, and Enger Mieses at libero under coach Jose Gutierrez. So actually a very good point by Ronnie Cuban Spike, our good Cuban friend, insider in the chat, that with world ranking points on the line here, if Cuba's starters were able to win this match 3-0, they would get 5.6 points in the world ranking, which is actually a lot more, Everett, than I would have expected them to get.
Many more than I would expect them to get.
So that makes sense. I understand why we're seeing the starters, the guys. Like, this is Cuba, really one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
A chance to qualify for the Olympics. Their only two losses this week are two insane five-setters. One to the United States on Thursday and another to Canada just last night. But this Cuba team is absolutely no joke, and if they play this lineup, they're going to be the heavy favorites.
Yeah, they will be, absolutely. Let's just see if there's enough in the tank from this lineup.
So it will be Francisco Arredondo to serve on the near side. Not a great first pass. Herrera sends it over with two hands, and Dominican Republic with an immediate chance in transition, which is put away by Hector Cruz. Herrera goes crashing into the barrier and pretty close to our courtside microphones, but not coming back. Dominican Republic is on the board first. Question in the chat about the world ranking situation. Every match of every major international tournament counts for the world ranking. It depends on the set score of the match and both teams' world ranking.
Throughout this tournament, Rob, Canada's actually rise to 13th.
Okay.
Right behind Cuba.
Ace serve there from Arredondo on the floater. Good start for the Dominican Republic. They started out hot against the United States in last night's semifinal before the USA made a pretty good comeback in this first set and never looked back.
Interesting, they're going with Cruz and Hernandez instead of Lopez.
That is another Lopez. That is Miguel Lopez of Cuba, leading the tournament in aces, which is no surprise at all.
None.
Goes back to serve here.
Oh.
That ball is in. Ace serve right on cue.
That's service ace number 13 for Lopez in this tournament. Now, Cuba has played 6 matches in 6 days, which is absolutely ridiculous. We just talked to Puerto Rican coach Ozzy Antonetti had to do the same thing, but still, 13 aces in just 5 and a bit matches.
Make it 14. What a rocket by Miguel Lopez for 2 in a row.
And it does seem like the conversation in the room must have been around for Cuba, must have been like, hey, let's get this over with and let's get this done. You know,
and I respect that, especially with the world ranking situation. Ronnie, we really appreciate that, projecting the math on how many points Cuba would gain with a 3-0 win here. Nice individual play there. Hector Cruz with the pass and the swing on the right side. We saw Cruz last night at opposite Everett, changing positions.
Yeah, he's proved to be dynamic and do it on either side of the pins, but He's been really good so far. Hector Cruz has been one of my biggest surprises for this tournament.
Could he be a potential NORCECA gem?
I think he could be.
That ball is, oh, I thought that ball was in. Called out of bounds on the sideline from the attack of Romeo Alonso. Let's get a look at this, Everett. I do not know about that call. Very close, called wide. So Dominican Republic retakes the lead. I bet Thondike goes right back to Alonso if he has the chance. Oh, no, it's the
Lopez.
pipe run. What a bomb from Miguel Lopez out of the back row.
I've said it so many times before, I'm just sounding like a broken record, but of how good he is and how fast that arm
so
swing
fast.
is.
It's honestly pretty insane how fast his arm is. Alonso, very good float server, has been this has been one of Cuba's best point scoring rotations this week in another tricky situation. That's Tapia, the Dominican opposite. No, excuse me, I think that's Hernandez. Yes, okay, number 4 in white.
I did think that caught something on the way out, but I guess I'm wrong.
Certainly that was the plan, for it to catch fingertips. Had no intention to swing for the court there, but no touch detected, and Cuba takes the lead.
Romeo Alonso has been a hot and cold server all tournament long.
Yeah, when it's been in, he's actually put people under a lot of pressure. Here
Just
he goes
like
again. This is high ball swing for Cruz out of the back row. I love that rip.
Me too.
No touch detected, though.
His swing timing is so good, right?
Yeah.
Like
that ball was in the
that
rafters.
was a high ball, and he waited, he was patient, and did a really good job to put a tough ball in. As now Romeo Alonso continues to serve. Cuba has that 6-4 lead early on here. Good pass there by Cruz. It goes outside to Hernandez, as that's going to be chalked off the block and kept alive.
Good chance here now in transition. Marlon Yant with 2 hands throws it through the block and down.
Would want to see a bit more of an effort there from Hernandez on defense.
Agreed. Plenty to play for here, Everett. Cuba, well, world ranking points for both teams. It would be a huge ranking point boost if Dominican Republic were to be able to win. But also, winner of this directly qualifies to the 2025 World Championship. And the loser will have to do it the hard way through just straight up world ranking. Another effective float serve from Romeo Alonso. And a chop. Hernandez takes something off of it and finds some space.
This is a slow-moving Cuban team right now.
Yeah.
For understandably why, you know. They've had a lot of minutes in this tournament.
Yeah. That 5-setter against Canada last night was really an all-time great match. 15-13 in the 5th. Cuba came up just barely short.
Just wide there by Ortiz. His serve has been effective, but not so far today.
Another guy who we've kind of fallen in love with this week, Moises Ortiz, number 18 in white, only 19 years of age. Fun player to watch, unique mechanically in the middle, and a good personality. Nice block there from Thondike, going up one-on-one to shut down Hernandez on the tight set, and they safely catch one another underneath the net so nobody gets hurt. That's good to see.
If Cuba starts running away with it, how quickly do you think Melgarejo comes into this match?
Great question. Probably pretty quickly.
Even Suarez as well.
Wow.
Too, as Thondike shuts him down again.
2 in a row. And plus maybe a net violation by Hernandez in the bottom of the net. How quickly as well, Everett, are we going to maybe see Henry Lopez, the Dominican Republic? He came in off the bench, and he's really had a great week at outside hitter for them. Ooh, that is not a good set by Arredondo. Nothing Tapia could do with it.
Look like you setting me today.
Yeah, we had a good time slapping the ball around on the court as part of our pregame show. Herrera float serving. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. And Luther Rosario, number 15 in white, punishes him for it.
Shout out to Jordan Orr. The real ones know what's up.
Yeah, the real ones agree that this baseline camera angle is absolutely gorgeous. Here he is, El Matador, as we've been calling him. Henry Tapia, one of the great scorers in NORCECA history. Had the match off last night. Nice scoop there.
Nice one-handed stab.
Hernandez shut down by Concepcion. Not a good start at all for number 4 in white.
Oh, we see there's going to be a substitution now for Puerto Rico.
That's the Dominican Republic.
Oh, sorry.
Luis Reynoso, who we haven't seen at all this entire week. Number 2 in white.
Where's Lopez?
23 years of age, 1.88 m. Yeah, no Henry Lopez, at least not yet.
Or I want to see Almonte as well. Almonte on the left side might be nasty.
That could work.
He has a decent arm, so.
Tapia into the block of Miguel Lopez and covered. First swing for Reynoso is dug by Garcia.
Ooh, good set there by Thorndike, but it's just put in by Herrera. Oh,
Herrera with some good defense. Basically a free ball chance here. Down the line goes Tapia, and out of bounds, no touch. Too many errors for the Dominican offense so far.
This is like a different Herrera we're seeing all of a sudden. He's just putting soft shots in and playing defense.
He's float serving and digging balls. Yeah, who is this man? Here is Marlon Yance, one of the great young players on the planet at 22 years of age. Rosario, what a dig by Herrera again. That's 2 plays in a row.
And give him another one.
Give it to him.
Pad
Give it
those
to him.
stats.
Off the block and out of bounds of Reynoso. That ball definitely touched number 2 in white, despite his acting.
He tried, Rob. It was a valiant effort. Cuba, Turkey. Nice.
It's the last 2 winners of the FIVB Challenger Cup. See how Turkey hangs in VNL next year.
Hopefully better than they were in the European Championship, Rob.
Indeed. Good dig there by Marlon Yance. Ooh, look at Concepcion with the reverse slam in transition, but he's kept alive nicely.
Good ball there, up there by Garcia. Now Herrera. Ooh, that one is just long,
but wait, there is a touch called. Ooh, I did not see that one.
Well, I'm not so sure about that one, Rap.
Yeah, I did not see a touch there. Neither did any of the line judges. That was just straight up an official overrule call. Interesting.
Ooh, just a chopper in there.
Reynoso slowed down by Thorndike. Great chance in transition for Cuba. Lopez. Good coverage there by Tapia. He'll get a swing on an inside ball, and he puts it away. Look at that angle.
El Matador.
El Matador is in the house. We missed him last night.
We did miss him. Doesn't feel like Dominican Republic without Henry Tapia, that's for damn sure.
Here is Reynoso. His first action of the entire week. Thorndike rescues it. Pretty good chance here for the Dominican Republic. Cruz bombs away cross court, and Hector Cruz is having himself a tournament. Very impressed by number 19 in white, even kind of changing positions, maybe at the last second last night, moving over to the right side. He is a high flyer.
His ability to paint the sideline from almost any angle is so, so good. Reynoso with the chop float in.
Pretty decent touch there by Rosario against Concepcion. Lopez swinging for the fences, did not get the fingertips, and Dominican Republic on a little bit of a run here. So Reynoso keeping serves in play, seeing what the Dominican block defense can do. Ooh, look at that. We haven't seen Thorndike dump that many balls this week, Everett.
That's a tough one for Rosario in the middle because technically that ball was right in front of him, but his job is to go up with the middle, not the setter. So it's a tough situation there. Realistically, you should have the left side fronting the setter as that one just trickles over by Concepcion.
Cruz now against 3 blockers.
Oh, what a block.
Shut down by Lopez. And now Cuba regains control. Their lead is 8. Not that they ever really lost it. And sure enough, Everett, Cuba throwing all the resources they can at this match to hopefully, at least on their side, get out of here as quickly as possible with a bronze medal. That is such a good shot down the line by Tapia.
There's going to be a substitution now as we see Almonte, our favorite serving sub, come into the game here.
Number 12 in white, as Everett's seen him play libero throughout his career, but he's got a really good left arm, and just about every time he's come off the bench. It's produced a run for the Dominican Republic. Great defender as well. Nicely placed down the line. Very nice pass by Garcia. Tip gets the ball back for Cuba. Look at Thorndike. There's the lefty turn and burn. I was wondering if he had that.
Tapio was taking a little while to get up. I think I heard some old man groans there from all the way over here through my headset. But Thorndike recognizing that, having that awareness, and just putting it over on two, really hurrying up the Dominican defense.
Pretty good pass. Tapia on the right side. Dug by Yant. Straight up into the rafters. Lopez high, hard off the block and out of bounds. Cuba's lead is 9. Actually, I'm surprised we've seen no timeouts from Jose Gutierrez. The Dominican Republic has been very liberal with using his timeouts this tournament. But I think he might kind of understand what's happening here.
Those are some funky pants.
They are some pretty wild pants.
Staff are wearing today.
Look at that. We've seen the gradient on the uniforms. You see it there on the coach and staff's
I almost thought he was wearing shorts.
Wow, look at that shot by Ortiz. Nice run there for the Dominican Republic to build some confidence. Had a good interview with this man, Francisco Arredondo, the other day after the Dominican Republic's win over Mexico in pool play.
That one wiggled quite a bit.
Yes, it did. Lopez off the head of Ortiz. Mieses is there. Now Cruz straight down the line. Wow.
Cruz has the ability to just unload as he checks on Thorndike there, and Thorndike gives them the thumbs up. But if you give this man an inch, he'll take a mile every single time. Doesn't matter if he goes thumb up, thumb down, cross court, down the line. He's got all the shots. It's truly impressive. Oh.
More good float serving from Arredondo. But Herrera, the lefty on the left in rotation 1, challenges the block, and he wins the challenge.
It's only Herrera's second point of the match here. Bit of a slow-moving Cuba today, as we would have expected.
Six matches in 6 days is just crazy.
Including 2 5-setters.
That's
including
right.
2 emotional 5-setters. That's a lot to do. Lopez might not be too happy with us as he just pelted that one towards us.
I actually don't think that disconnected anything, which is a miracle.
No, we got very lucky there, Rob.
Yeah, we did. Here's Cruz. Oh, Garcia has a tough time adjusting to that one. But Herrera gets there. Look at that.
What was Dominican doing? I mean, I get it. They thought it was going to be a free ball, but there needs to be some awareness at the net. Just a little bit.
Huge credit to Jesus Herrera for going up and throwing that one down with his offhand, but against no opposition. And now Osniel Melgarejo, the captain, in for Alonso to serve, and it's not a good one this time. A rare miss from the captain. And another serving sub, this time J.J. Hernandez, the backup setter for the Dominican Republic, and to serve and play defense for Ortiz.
Just some flashy shoes he's got on there.
Yeah.
Nikes, I think.
At the orange outsole.
Yeah.
14-21, Cuba looking pretty good here.
I actually just did see a bunch of the Cuban guys at the Foot Locker in the mall across the way. So.
Trying to buy some new kicks. Somehow through the block.
What a dig by Arredondo.
By Arredondo. Beautiful chase down.
Oh!
Look at that bomb from Miguel Lopez. Incredible.
That was amazing. Great set there by Thorndike.
Totally.
Fantastic choice to go to the pipe.
And poor Arredondo, he put his body on the line, and for nothing it turned out. Oh, Rosario out of bounds, wide, no touch. It's 23-14. This is a lightning fast first set, Everett. Only about 15 minutes since first serve. Tapia rolled into the block. The coverage is there. Okay. Nice swing there by Reynoso, challenging the block and getting a good deflection.
Is that his first point of the match here, Rob?
It might be. It might be.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep, and also that is going to be his first point and kill of the match.
So contrasting strategies here. We've seen Cuba play all 14 of their players throughout this tournament. Dominican hardly. There's a lot of their guys that we have not seen at all.
And not in this slightest.
Including Reynoso, who's being called upon here. And now it is set point Cuba, 24-15, a clinic being put on by the Cubans in this first set.
Yeah, they have one thought and one thought in mind only, and that's finish this match and secure that bronze medal.
And go home. Ace serve, Marlon Yant. He rockets one to finish the set in style, 25-15 in 16 minutes.
That was quick.
That was quick. That was quick. If that's what Cuba was looking for, in and out, potential hour and shower, that mission accomplished so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been really impressed by Cuba's consistency this tournament. Other than that first match, Rob, against Puerto Rico, where they came out maybe a little slow, this has been a very good and consistent Cuban team.
Agreed, yeah.
Through and through.
And under new head coach Jesus Cruz Lopez, they've used all 14 players. They've used some more like macro level strategy to get different guys some looks against different opponents. It's really been an impressive approach to the week from this Cuban team who, like we've said, when they go down to Brazil to play in the Olympic qualification tournament, they will take on Brazil, Italy, Iran, Ukraine, Germany, the Czech Republic, and Qatar. Those teams had better be on notice.
I mean, other than Italy, there's no one that I would say is head and shoulders above.
I agree.
Better than Cuba.
I agree.
And even then, if Cuba is able, like Italy's not known as a great passing team, and if Cuba is able to really notch up the serving against them, I think they're going to have a good chance against that Italian team. However, on the flip side for those Cubans in that qualification tournament, that's a solid pool through and through.
It is.
You don't have nearly as many gimme games, if you will, than the other two pools. So managing that roster is going to be super important, and truly this week hasn't really helped them.
No, just playing all these matches. But new coach, new guys, new group. We were talking to Javier Concepcion the other day about what it's like with a new man in charge, and Concepcion did tell us that a lot of these guys played for Jesus Cruz Lopez at the juniors level, so they do have a lot of trust in him, and all of these guys are getting some confidence in a legit international tournament. But I mean, Cuba this week, they are playing for bronze after two insane 5-set losses. One to the United States, one to Canada, and like difficult to blame them for losing either of those two matches because they were just two all-time great NORCECA games. But
they were.
Maybe they will go home a tiny bit disappointed.
I mean, I think the opportunity was there for them to go grab in either of those matches, right? And if you beat the United States on Thursday, you don't play Canada on Saturday, and you don't have to go through that. But I think ultimately they can, regardless of the result even here today, I think they can hold their head high that they came and played well and consistent. This has been a much different Cuban team, and it makes me very intrigued to watch them in the Olympic qualification tournament. I mean, let's be honest, we've been, despite being two of the teams in Canada and the USA that would suffer the most from Cuba being good again, just in terms of zonal things. I mean, you can look at the other countries that have been pilfering their athletes for a good decade now, but like, I want to see Cuba be good again.
Me too.
And
they are.
And they absolutely are. And they continue to regain, and I think this week has really been a big step for them. Looking at the setting of Thorndike, looking at their temperament in terms of bringing in other players, and bringing some subs in, how calm and mature that they've played. Even in this one here, they're just quietly going about their business. If that's the Cuba that we're going to have on a regular basis, they're not going to be in that relegation next year in the
No. Their mindset and their team mentality this whole tournament has been transformationally different ever than what you and I saw directly at VNL week 1 this year. Set number 2 underway.
Okay. Oh, bye.
That one bonked the camera. Gotta fix the baseline camera. That is one of Everett's main responsibilities this week. Same lineup for the Dominican Republic that finished set number 1. Perfect pass there off the tape, and Alonso not happy about that out-of-bounds call on his wrist-away swing in the first set. Answers here. So still Reynoso and Cruz at outside hitters for the Dominican Republic. Tapia still in on the right side. Exact same group for Cuba. And I agree. I mean, if they want to get out of here as fast as possible, keep this group in, let them keep the job going. Good dig there from Lopez. Yant against 3 blockers, hits such a good high shot. Beautiful offense there from Marlon Yant out of system, really mature against 3 blockers. And Alonso has now just taken the lead and will continue to serve. Not a very good pass. Tapia now against 2 blockers, blocked by Concepcion and covered. Reynoso, high flat. Lopez runs it down. Pretty good chance here, but not a great connection to the pipe. Speaking of the pipe, Cruz is shut down. What a move by Concepcion. Huge right-handed press.
That was some good blocking there by Concepcion in that.
Definitely.
In that run. Cuba now with a 3-1 lead.
I've been impressed with their ability to string points together on Romy Alonso's serve this week.
Started out really weak, but he's really improved his serving all week long, as that is not a great shot there by Reynoso.
Reynoso, way too much thumb up side spin on that one, out of bounds, no touch. And the Dominican Republic here, I mean, we both agree, Everett, that them getting to the semifinals is a good performance, but I would like to see them put up a little bit of a fight here in the bronze medal match. There's still a lot to play for. Ooh, Alonso rips the hybrid. Tapia is slowed down on the block. Basically a free ball chance here. And Concepcion punches it down in the middle. Beautiful. The run continues. 5-0 is the run. 5-1 is the score. And Alonso a little bit underneath that one that time. Now we get to see Moises Ortiz, whose float serve has really tricked a lot of people this week, Everett.
It has been. It's one of those that he contacts it so high that I think it has a downward trajectory, but still wiggles. We've seen him ace like a number of players.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, sorry.
We apologize. That serve was not good at all. And now Herrera back to serve. We saw him even float serving a little bit in the first. Not this time. Oh, actually, it is a float serve, and it's a good one. And Reynoso will take a pretty conservative swing. Herrera on the backside. Nice scoop by Cruz. Reynoso blocked. Yant is there. Yant on a quick ball on the outside is dug nicely. Good rally developing here. Miscommunication on defense. Thondike should not have jumped on that block.
Thondike turned around, looked like he was going to get it. Herrera was standing right there. They both looked at it. Neither of them wanted to play defense after 6 matches.
Nope. Though. And probably won't come back to bite him, but that was an anticlimactic end to a very good rally.
It was a good rally.
Here is El Matador. Perfect pass by Garcia. And Yant crushes that ball through a high seam in the block.
You can just watch Yant elevate there against the Dominican block, and it's truly not close. Like, there's such a different level there from Yant and what Dominican can put in front of him. And, like, I mean, we've seen Yant succeed at in the highest leagues in the world in the toughest of situations. So there's no surprise that he's done it so well here this week.
Good to see him back fully 100% healthy. It's been a little while since we've seen really, really good Marlon Yant in a Cuban uniform. He's kind of, I mean, when at the start of VNL, he was the 3rd outside hitter. He was starting most matches on the bench, and he's completely seized that starting role with some excellent play. Concepcion again. I don't mind setting that man literally every ball that's feasible if you're Thondike.
Concepcion has been really just so consistent for this Cuban roster the entire time. I think he's the Cuban who's played the most, because when we've seen those secondary lineups, he's stayed in.
True. Yeah, so good point. Arredondo to the middle, and Rosario puts that one through the block of Alonso and down. Rosario at 20 years of age, number 15 in white, a good middle blocker prospect for the Dominican Republic. Getting some good experience this week against some very scary opponents. Ooh, not a great pass there from Yance. But he'll take a back row swing. That is insane.
That was gross.
That was gross. What are you supposed to do against that?
That's so hard to handle. Like, it's just like no approach, 2 steps, bang away, let's go. Give me another one.
Wow.
Okay.
Christian Thorndike rips an ace serve. That's as hard as he's hit a ball all week.
And does Gutierrez call a timeout here?
Didn't call one at all in the first set, despite it really getting out of hand. And look at him on the sidelines, just standing dead still with his arms crossed.
He looks not too happy.
No.
Another good one by Thorndike.
Cruz recycles into the block of Herrera.
Oh,
Tapia.
not a great set there.
Not connecting well enough. Yant on the right side.
Ball.
Oh, that was a good shift over defensive play by Reynoso, but a net touch by the Dominican block.
Yeah, that one was Ortiz on the net. Giving this USA team, or sorry, this Cuba team a 6-point lead.
Thorndike continues to serve. Cuba's lead is 6, looking pretty good. More pressure. Cruz against 3 blockers is dug down the line. Gorget, the backup Cuban libero, is in, and he bump sets Herrera, who misses it short. So
that was a kind of a low, kind of bad out of system set there from Gorget.
Yeah, not the best out of system set. Difficult ball for Herrera. Here's Arredondo.
Oh, Thorndike.
Did he really go to the other side of the net to get that? I'm not sure.
No, there, Rob. Looked good to me.
It looked pretty good to me, too.
Yeah, looked good to me, bud.
Okay, 7 serving 11.
Yeah, with a great pass there.
Oh, my goodness, Miguel Lopez.
Miguel Lopez. I love watching him uncork that.
Especially on the right side. He is just a treat to watch.
Especially when it's not against Canada.
Even better,
I've seen that a few too many times.
Now you've successfully gotten past him.
For the tournament, and another one.
3 already.
3 already to add to his 12 for the tournament. That's 15 aces so far this tournament, Rob. That's a lot. He's averaging well over 2 sets an ace. 2 aces a match. Sorry. Oh, I wanted him to have another one. I kind of did too. I wanted another one there for Lopez. Would have been tasty.
And I mean, Lopez hasn't even played every match either. He, I don't think he played at all against Suriname, and he played only a little bit against Mexico in the quarterfinals. As Cruz returns the favor with the service error that time. This set kind of feels like it's stuck in neutral, although Cuba leads by quite a bit. To me, the fact that Jose Gutierrez of the Dominican Republic has called 0 timeouts and just hasn't been vocal, just doesn't seem like the Dominican Republic is that interested in fighting all that hard here, unfortunately, as there's a good kill in the middle by Ortiz.
Yeah, of course, just as you say that, Ortiz rips one off from the middle. But you're right, there's a serious lack of energy here for the Dominican Republic, which is really too bad. I don't understand why the change in attitude there from Gutierrez, whether it's just he's trying a different strategy or if he's upset and sulking, but
5-point Dominican deficit. Nice set there
from
Thorndike, but a beautiful dig. Free ball here for Cuba. Okay. Off the block and out of bounds goes Jesus Herrera.
Oh, it looks like we're going to see a double sub now come in for Cuba, as Taboada will be subbed in for Herrera and Miguel Gutierrez will be subbed in for Christian Thorndike.
I actually like this move.
I do too. I really do.
And if these 2 guys stay in, I would
even better.
Wouldn't be that surprised. It would make some sense. Cuba's lead is 6.
I think Tabuada's wearing a fresh new pair of sneakers right now.
Oh yeah, did he get some?
They look fresh.
Get some at the mall across the street. Oh yeah, maybe he did.
Those look unblemished in so many ways.
Not a bad touch there by Concepcion, but too much heat from Hector Cruz.
Cruz continues to be probably the best player overall for Dominican this week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's been, I think, by far their best player. I've been really impressed. He's got 6 points so far.
I think it'll be 7 in a second.
Maybe 7. Here is Henry Tapia.
El Matador. Not what he used to be. But can still bring it. There's that one. Oh,
that was a lot closer than it looked. Tapia can't believe it. That was very close. Marlon Yant for Cuba, trying to just keep this execution level high, grab a bronze medal, and go home.
Oh,
that is a back row attack violation by Cruz. That is too bad. He came flying out of that pipe position.
Oh, that was really too bad. That was a good run there by the Dominican Republic.
Hey, there's a timeout.
About time there. Let's see where Gutierrez has to say to his team, wearing some flashy pants.
I do like the track pants.
I don't know if I like them, but they are something.
They are something. This match only started 32 minutes ago, and it's already more than midway through the second set.
That's scary. That's a little scary.
What do we call this? This is on its way, Everett, to what we call
an hour in shower.
Yes. Play for an hour, win 3-0, go take a shower, and go home with a bronze medal around your neck. That is the name of the game right now for Cuba. Everett, you picked the Dominican Republic to take a set in the pregame show. I would like to see that. I don't think we're going to see it.
I would like to see that too, Rob, but I'm not entirely sure here. This is only halfway through the second set, so we still have a little bit of time. You know, I can think back to Canada's women's team 3-1 win over Cuba in the women's bronze medal match, where they motored through the first 2 sets and had Cuba return the favor in the third. So you never know. Dominican could surprise us here. Ooh, that one was just dumped over the Arredondo.
All Arredondo could do that time.
Yeah.
Gutierrez makes them pay the price. Good ball there from Tabuada.
18-10 now as Yant slowly makes his way back to, you can tell how much energy they're trying to conserve. Like, Yant looks just gassed right now.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, for good reason. This is not easy what they've been doing out here.
It's actually kind of ridiculous that we are requiring these players to play 6 matches in 6 days. Tapia.
Oh, there we go.
The back row, you could see that coming. Javier Concepcion with a gigantic stuff block.
He's been really a really big wall today for the Dominican Republic.
That was substantial. 19-10 this set.
4th block of the afternoon
already. Wow.
For Concepcion, yes.
19-11. And now another Cuban substitution. I kind of like this progression here. Jose Miguel Suarez, number 22, is going to come in for Marlon Yant. Job well done by Yant, certainly. And Suarez, a very good player in his own right, is heading to the Italian League to play in Toronto next year. Reynoso here for the Dominican Republic, back to serve.
I really like Suarez. I kind of wish we would have seen more of him this tournament.
Arredondo with the tap down. The Dominican setter gets a kill.
A little bit of overpass there from Lopez. Not often you see that.
That's a better pass. Give and go to Lopez. Not a great set, but he gets away with it on the off-speed shot. Tapia just a tiny bit too late. Concepcion back to serve. The pace of this match is moving on quite swiftly. Well, we will have a little bit of a wiping delay on the floor on the Dominican side. Bit of a crowd starting to shuffle in here in Charleston in anticipation of the United States taking on Canada in the gold medal match at 7:30. That promises to be a good one. Concepcion after the delay lights up Mieses. Another gigantic stuff block. Tapia just nowhere to go right now, cannot find any range. And sure enough, it looks like El Matador is, I thought he was going to be subbed out right about now. I thought Dominican was making a move to make a substitution. Not yet.
That one just long there from Concepcion, as now we're going to see the substitution coming in as Almonte for Rosario.
So Almonte in once again to serve. We've seen him do really well in this role this week. (13-21). This is just a formality here that Cuba will very soon go up 2-0.
Easily
Perfect
handed.
pass. Wow.
Okay, can they chase it down? Cruz
Good
was
effort.
almost there. And
Good effort. And more property damage to the barriers courtside. Those will
there's broken pieces there on that one.
Yeah, there are. Look at that. Hopefully we can get some attention from some. Yeah, okay, we got some staff heading over to help us fix that.
I don't know the court staff here as well as I do at Volleyball Canada events, but I could just picture Brad's face in a situation like that.
I mean, I give credit to Cruz for the effort, but the likelihood of him actually bringing that ball back, pretty slim.
Oh, yeah. But tell that to him.
Right.
Yes,
okay, Moises Ortiz.
A little bit of momentum here for the Dominican Republic with some back-to-back points.
Sorry about a little bit of extra noise. Those barriers that are getting fixed right now are right in front of our court microphones, so hopefully it doesn't bother anyone too much. Arredondo back to serve, trailing by 8. Lopez
okay, Ortiz
through the block.
Looks like there's
I think it's a birthday party. I think one of the USCV staff was telling me that there's a birthday party in the house. Looks like a group of
or maybe a club team. I don't know,
yeah,
but they're behind the Dominican bench, clapping along with them, cheering them on.
It probably is a club team. That's a good guess. Looks like a junior girls club team is here watching this match all together. That's cool to see. Big block there. Suarez shuts down Cruz. It is 24-14. Set point Cuba. This will be 2-0 very, very soon. Miguel Lopez with the honors, trying to add to his tournament-leading ace tally. He is kept alive that time. Not a good connection to the middle. Suarez for the win, off the block and out of bounds. Cuba's dominance and swift taking of the lead. It is 2-0, 25-15, 25-14 so far. Wow.
I mean, not exactly what I expected. I thought Dominican would show a little bit more fight, but I also wasn't expecting Cuba to be as crisp as they are.
Dude, that's kind of been the thing, is like even in the Mexico game that Cuba played in the quarterfinal on Friday, they started with the starters, got a lot of the bench in pretty quickly like we're seeing here, and they're, despite, I think the way I was describing it that I think makes sense is they lacked that explosiveness like that we saw with them in the games against the USA and Canada, that they really needed to hang with those teams, but they've been smooth, they've been calm, they've been confident, they have gone about their business, and they have not given away any points for free.
No, absolutely not. 25 kills and only 4 errors, only 4 hitting errors for this Cuban Cuban team. 8 blocks, none for the Dominican Republic. 5 aces to 1 ace. 11 errors from Cuba, 4 from offensive, 7 from the baseline.
Meanwhile,
that's not bad at all.
15 attacking errors for the Dominican Republic. Blocked 8 times, 7 unforced, and only 17 kills. They're dangerously close to hitting negative as a team. And, I mean, just mentally, this is a difficult spot for them. They're down 0-2, hasn't been remotely competitive. Cuba seems to be the better team. I think that both teams probably know it. And I'm just curious to see what sort of fight Dominican Republic is able to show in this third set.
Tapia, saw him talking to Coach Gutierrez there. And it looks like Ortiz was trying to get him jacked up on the bench. clapping his hands and stuff.
Ortiz is a guy who's having fun out there. That's always fun to see. It's one reason why we've loved watching him this week. But yeah, this is going to take a miracle. Not only is Cuba in 110% ownership of the momentum, they're also just the better team.
They are. They really are. And I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Cuban team comes back out, as we see like Herrera is passing on the baseline.
I mean, everybody is, though. Like all but
Van Dijk and Gutierrez. Yeah, it's just Concepcion and Lopez.
And Alonso, who are just chilling on the bench right now.
Even Yant is passing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the messaging from Cuba here was clear. Get in, play good volleyball, get out with a medal around your neck.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Rob.
And if they do win 3-0, like in my opinion, I would definitely pick them to do right now, barring a drastic change. They will get a little bit of a world ranking boost for it.
Yeah, they will, and that's kind of exactly what they want and need, Rob. This race for the Olympic qualifying is going to be so tight, and it starts now, but there's so much go with, of course, with the Olympic qualifying tournament going on, and then VNL. All of these points are going to come into consideration.
Cuba currently ranked 12th in the world. Canada right behind them in 13th. Only, what does that say, 4 points behind right now?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it's going to be ridiculously close as it comes down to next summer when that cutoff is made for the last couple teams in the Olympics.
And as we're seeing on the women's side, it's about that 10th spot, more or less, of where that cutoff is.
Yeah.
Rob, because of how everything works, at least one African team has to be present. So the highest ranked African team, if there hasn't been one to qualify.
Let's be serious, there won't be.
There won't be, you're not wrong. So you're going to have to be more or less 10th, or you're going to have to be better than 10th probably.
Probably. Maybe 11th, depending on how the Olympic qualifier tournaments go. Ooh, that is a really tight set. Brand new opposite into the match here for the Dominican Republic. We haven't seen him since day one. That is number 6 in white, Adrian Figueroa, the 19-year-old lefty.
Just providing a bit of a different look. I don't think Cuba was really ready for that.
No.
It's really tough when you don't have a video on a guy like that.
We did see him a little bit in the Dominican Republic's loss to Canada that started the week, but that film, you might as well just have thrown it out. Dominican Republic did not play particularly well that day. Alonso is 2 for 2 to start this set for Cuba. It is Mergarejo and Lopez that start this set at outside hitters. I expect if Cuba gets out to a lead, we'll probably see Suarez for Lopez. It's also Tabawada at setter, but Herrera still starting at opposite. Ooh, that is not a good float service error by Alonso. Good question about the Olympic qualifier tournaments. 3 pools of 8 teams each. Single round robin, so each team will play 7 matches in 9 days. Top 2 teams from each pool will immediately get Olympic qualification bids, and the remaining teams will just have to keep playing international tournaments, keep gaining points. And at the end of the 2024 VNL preliminary round, a cutoff will be made for the next highest ranked teams in the world not already qualified. And that ball through the block and down by Mergarejo to retake the lead for Cuba.
But when you look at how the pools are formed, it would take a miracle for anyone outside of that top 10 to win their pool, except for Cuba.
Cuba is that one is a wild card.
Cuba is that one team outside of the top 10 where if you look at their pool and look what they have to bring to the table, you're kind of like, you know what? This team could really pull something off.
The Olympic qualification tournament starts September 30th for the men and run about a week and a half. The women's Olympic qualification tournament, the exact same format, and taking place actually, I think, like next week. Starts very soon.
Yeah.
Look at that rip down the line by Mergarejo.
It does start next week pretty quickly. I remember I was talking to some of the players after the women's tournament, and they're from last Sunday's final, they were 13 days out from their first match.
Wow, that's a turnaround.
Very quick turnaround.
And a lot of international travel between now and then for everybody as well.
Good serve there by Mergarejo, but nicely handled.
Reynoso pounded off the edge of the block of Cuba and out of bounds. Dominican Republic hanging around here in the early going.
Reynoso has gotten himself back into this match. It was tough coming in off the bench, hasn't really played, but he's done a good job at pumping himself back up and getting back into it.
Here he goes back to serve.
Oh,
Through the hands of Garcia. Hittable ball, though, for Herrera. Nice high contact point, but it's kept alive. Figueroa jumps a little early. He's slowed down. Great look in transition. Margarejo out of the back row.
That was a fantastic run to the back row, but also a decent swing by Figueroa. He elevates, and he has a nice arm on him.
He's got a very, like, elastic arm.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at his frame. One of the skinniest kids I've seen all tournament. Here is Cruz. Oh, I thought that might be a block for a second there. Tabawada a little late to press. I think he took that one in the face a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit in the mouth and down onto him as he's going to take a few seconds to get back here.
So, tied 5-5. Luther Rosario, the Dominican middle blocker, with a chance to serve to take the lead. Oh, that is nasty. Miguel Lopez. I didn't know he had that shot.
Yeah, I mean, you see Lopez go up, you're going to immediately dig your heels in. You're going to get ready for a big swing. And as soon as he started swinging through, he slowed that elbow down just a little bit and tapped it down. It's tough for any defense in the world, really.
Oh, yeah. Here's Tabawada serving. Cruz challenges a three-man block. Figueroa is there, but now a free ball coming for Cuba. Nice route from Alonso, but a beautiful dig. And off the block and out of bounds goes Figueroa. What a play by Enger Mieses, number 5 in dark blue.
And a little bit of life, a little bit of energy here from the Dominican Republic in this set, Rob, just to stay alive and to stay relevant after that thumping of a second set.
Both of the first 2 sets.
That was a really good run, a great dig by Mieses, and then a fantastic swing by Figueroa out of the back row. Oh, the dribbler. Nicely picked up, though.
What a play by Alonso. And now Lopez just destroys that ball through the seam. That's an awesome play by a middle blocker.
That must be so demoralizing for the Dominican Republic. You see that ball hit the tape, and immediately you're like, yes, but Alonso picks it up, and then you see Lopez coming out of the the right side, and that's just your nightmares.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see this either. Let's see if Lopez can rip another ace. Nice pass. Cruz slowed down. Perfect touch. Basically a free ball chance. Herrera against one blocker. Easy tap down through the seam, and Cuba's lead is 2.
Herrera has been very conservative this afternoon.
Very conservative.
With his energy, but still effective.
It's a level that I didn't really know he had. I thought that he was a kind of an all or nothing player.
Yeah, an all gas or none at all.
I like this. I like this sort of measured Herrera. That serve missed, so Dominican Republic catches a break. They get Lopez off the service line. Here is Hector Cruz. Everett, I definitely agree. Dominican Republic's best player this week.
Oh, what a serve by Cruz.
Even better pass. Herrera, super sharp angle. That's pretty demoralizing, too. Like, you rip about as good of a serve as you've got. It's put right on the setter's head, and then you have a nasty angle 2-2. Like, what else are you supposed to do?
Not much. That's a tough one, especially with a guy like Herrera. We really haven't seen show that much speed with his swing, but that was one of them.
Ooh, good float serve there from Alonso. Reynoso stuff straight down. You could see that one coming.
Yeah, you've seen the second referee pointing it was down first before the net violation, and that one was down in a hurry. Reynoso took a big chew out of that ball, and he got bitten.
He did. That block bit back, that's for sure. Here is Alonso again.
Good pass by Reynoso this time. He's going to get it back.
Nice touch.
That's outie.
But it is outie indeed. Herrera's right arm can't quite contain it. We have a user in the chat right now named Mr. Dong. That couldn't be more appropriate for what we're about to see in this match.
Is there 3 of you?
Even better.
Imagine if we had Dong 1, Dong 2, Dong 3 in the...
And they showed up as Cuba won each of the 3 sets. Oh my goodness, Concepcion, come on.
Ronnie, you need some more alt accounts.
Be nice. Let him off the hook a little bit. That's too gross. Wow. Herrera back to serve. Been pretty conservative. Nicely placed. Three-man block attempt here for Cuba, and it's not good enough. Nice swing by Reynoso.
It's not me. People are creative. Yeah, okay, right.
We love you, Ronnie Cuban Spike. Can't believe he's not using one of his 15 alt accounts to comment right now.
That's what I was just saying. He needs to make more.
Yeah.
Taboada's going to switch it. Oh, there we go. Nice back
That's a pretty
flipper.
good pickup. Cruz in position 5. Now Mieses will set Reynoso, who's slowed down by the block again.
Give it to him.
Taboada to Herrera. What a dig by Cruz. It's just out, though. Credit to him for hanging in there.
Feels like Herrera is really stepping up in this one. He's like, I want to get this over with. Let's go. Let's go. I'm done playing here.
Margarejo with a 3-point lead. Definitely the most competitive Dominican Republic has been so far, but they've got work to do. Figueroa way early to that ball, but he hits a good shot cross court.
That Concepcion came down awkwardly, immediately went down and grabbed his knee. Lopez helped him up quickly, but he is walking gingerly there over on the Cuban sidelines. Let's see if they make a substitution. He's played a lot of minutes.
He has. He's tying his shoe right now. Concepcion, a good buddy of ours. We appreciate his time and English speaking ability in his interviews.
Herrera again. Oh, great dig by
hangs in there. This is a hittable ball. Garcia's underneath it. Now Lopez, look at that speed. The arm speed is crazy from number 18 in red. And we just can't talk about it enough.
No. It's honestly a treat whenever you get to watch Miguel Lopez.
So much fun.
Especially because we don't really get to see him there in the professional season much.
Yeah, he plays down in Brazil where he's really good, but we only see him really like in the Club World Championship. That's an ace serve. But Javier Concepcion.
And then I also think that like Cuba Lopez is one of the best versions of Lopez.
For sure. He's got a certain swagger about him. I just saw a nice smile from him just now. 14-10 Cuba.
Another good serve there by Concepcion, but nicely handled. Ooh, good dig.
Good dig, a middle dig. And Lopez makes some pay. What a piece of defensive work by Javier Concepcion, doing it all out there.
Yeah, I'm almost a little surprised, Rob, that we're not seeing more of the bench come in for Cuba. Even like a guy like Margarejo.
Margarejo's in.
Oh, you're right.
Suarez, I think we could see very soon.
Yeah, Suarez is more of a guy that I want to see right now.
Maybe even Wilson in the middle. We'll see about that one. That is touched by the block. Good swing there from Cruz.
I'm blind.
Need to wear the glasses like me, even though my ears are kind of hurting wearing a headset over glasses all week, got to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I bet. I put the contacts in. Doesn't help me see, trust me. Either or, I'm blind.
Here is Almonte, our favorite serving sub off the bench for the Dominican Republic.
Our favorite serving sub.
That's right.
Ooh.
And not his best effort that time.
Whenever we pump him up, that he doesn't do as well.
Somebody's saying that Wilfredo Leon hit 138 kilometers an hour in Eurovolley last week. We have also heard reports that speed gun is a little bit miscalibrated.
Where'd you hear those reports from?
From all over the Volleyball Source Discord, including Polish Volleyball Twitter, which is very active. So I'm not sure I believe that record necessarily. Okay. 16-11 Cuba. We do now see Suarez into the front court for Lopez. Nice one-on-one rip by Cruz cross court. So 16-12, Arredondo back to serve. If Dominican Republic wants a chance here, it's got to happen pretty much right now. Oh no. 2 service errors in a row by the Dominican Republic. Neither of them even get over the net. And now Suarez back to serve, fresh off the bench for Lopez. So
Suarez I think he has 5 aces throughout this tournament, Rob.
Lopez's tournament is almost certainly done. I wonder what his final ace tally is going to be.
I think it was 12 plus 3, so 15.
18 aces is what the stats have. That's outrageous. It's 3 aces a match. Wow. Osniel Margarejo, super spike is right. Wow. 18-12 Cuba now. Good service pressure there from Suarez. Everett, is it too early to call it?
No, yeah.
Still too early to call it? Okay.
Yeah, come on. Show some respect, Rob St. Clair.
I have done my very best all week. Okay, Figueroa, that's a nice shot.
There's still volleyball to be played here.
Hector Cruz has got some legs on him. He comes from the Eric Lepke school of short sizing.
Yeah, he's thick. He's thick.
Helps him get all the way up in the air the way he does. At only 6'2". Nice pass by Margarejo off the tape. Wow, full extension from Tabawada, and Alonso pounds that one against no blockers.
When talking about Cruz's thickness, he reminds me of Kyle Lowry. So if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Ronnie's just gifted us a nice little poem in the chat.
Hey, you don't need to type it again there, Ronnie. We saw it the first time.
I actually really like that.
Yeah, of course you like it in his broken English of Ronnie Cuban Spike.
Nice touch. Margarejo again mercilessly puts it away cross court. It's 20-13. And now another substitution. Gutierrez going to come in for Herrera at opposite on the Cuban side. This is good roster management for Cuba. The last thing they can do is maybe put in Wilson in the middle for Concepcion potentially. Cuba only bringing 3 middle blockers on the roster this week. Nice hybrid there from Alonso.
What a dish, though. Arredondo is nicely shut down there by Cuba.
All right, Everett. It's 21-13. Somebody get the medals ready.
Hey, it's your funeral, okay? I'm joking, obviously. Crazy here. We've got head coach Thomas Medvuo and João Bravo, the Canadian assistant here, still out here taking notes on Cuba.
The grind never stops.
The grind never stops, and they know that they have to play Cuba at least once in the VNL next year.
Overpass forced by the float serve. One hand set from Tabawada again.
Concepcion.
Wow. Now, sure enough, here is Alexis Wilson, number 3 in red, 19 years of age, good middle blocker prospect for Cuba. Concepcion, after that beautiful kill, his day appears to be done. It is 22-13. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate Cuba preemptively on, in all likelihood, they will wear the bronze medals. As people are asking about our interview targets, Everett, I think that because we have a decent amount to prepare for the gold medal match, I'm not sure we'll be able to conduct an interview after this one. Plus, for Cuba, Concepcion is their most consistent English speaker, and we already chatted to him this week. So
Ronnie wants us to get Herrera to try to make peace.
I
don't know if we want to do that.
I don't know if we want to do that either.
I don't think he speaks English.
He doesn't, as far as I know. I'm afraid we probably won't be able to do an interview after this one. Nice kill there from Wilson. Fresh off the bench, gets into the action in the middle. Yeah, we've got a good amount to prepare for the gold medal match coming up in just over an hour, 7:30 p.m. local. Wardrobe change, and we'll follow immediately into the awards ceremony after that. So we've got to figure some things out. That ball is touched by the block. Rosario on the back one gets the fingertips. Cuba is 2 points away. Figueroa, the young lefty, back to serve. We got Alain Gourguet in as the backup libero for Cuba. Even in reception. Tabawada again with some extension. That ball's touched twice. This should be 4 touches. Not called, though.
No, 4 touches?
I think it was blocked back into Wilson. Suarez off. So what an amazing recovery. And a swing and a miss. Okay, the Dominican Republic deserved that point, and they've got it. That's going to be a nice one for them to potentially end the tournament on. They should feel good about the way they played. Good block there from Rosario in the middle. It is still 16-23. Best performance in a set, though, for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, here against Cuba.
Oh,
Suarez
does not handle that one particularly well.
That was like a bad club pass.
Free ball here for the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
my goodness.
Taboada
Shuts down a great chance for Reynoso. Bronze medal point. Cuba, with their captain Osniel Mergarejo, will serve to get a seat on the podium. 24-16. Slow claps from the crowd. Mergarejo for the win. Pretty good service pressure. Cruz out of the back row slowed down. Could this be it? Inside ball to Suarez. And Cuba finishes it in style. What a bomb on the 33 ball. Cuba wins the match 3-0. Congratulations, Cuba. Your 2023 NORCECA Men's Continental Championship bronze medalists. Round of applause to Cuba. The 12th ranked team in the world will wear the bronze medal at this Continental Championship tournament. Congratulations to them, and a really good showing. Lots of respect to the Dominican Republic, finishing the tournament in 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. Just their 7th time they finished in the top 4 of the Dominican Republic. Their last best result, 2017, they lost to the United States in the finals. But very impressive ball this week from the Dominican Republic. Other than that Tuesday match against Canada, they came out to play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So very, very impressed by them.
Congratulations to both teams. Cuba gets some hardware. Cuba gets a berth into the 2025 World Championship by finishing 3rd at this tournament. Dominican Republic had a very good showing. Their quarterfinal win over Puerto Rico was an impressive one. But both of these teams are done, and Everett, that leaves us with one more thing to decide.
Uno más match. It's been a long week, guys. We think if you've been here since the beginning, there's a number of you we see in the chat who have been here all week long. We thank you. Big shout out to Ronnie Cuban Spike, our Cuban guy.
We do love you, Ronnie.
Yes, it has been a pleasure. Make sure you stay around. 7:30 Eastern Time, and about 1 hour and 7 minutes, Canada will be taking on the United States in the finals.
That was a 56-minute match we just
watched.
An hour
and shower.
That is an hour and shower. And as Cuba celebrates their bronze medal, they'll be a part of the award ceremony later on. Team USA is in the building. We will surely see Team Canada very shortly, but no post-game interview for us here on this match. We've got a lot to prepare for the gold medal match coming up in an hour. We will see you guys then. Rob and Everett signing off for the second to last time.
Peace.